Today we got the darkest conspiracy theory iceberg explained by Book of Alice.
Dinosaurs never existed.
Cap.
This theory explains itself in the title. Yeah, apparently some people don't believe that dinosaurs are real, or I guess were real because, you know, they got wiped out about 65 million years ago.
Of course.
Some deniers believe that all fossils you see at museums are fake and arranged in a way to create a scary creature that never actually existed. And that the remains are from other animals, not mythical dinosaurs.
Okay, so the thing, so first things first with the dinosaurs, if you ever done any research into dinosaurs, it's been proven that the way we have them constructed,
it's not the way
we don't know how they are supposed to.
They just put it together.
It's the best guesstimate. So
it's probably close, but not.
Yeah, facts.
They propose that dinosaurs were merely a hypothesis of many that were blown out of proportion. And some even believe that they were made up before their fossils were found.
And then like the scales and the
this
fur.
shouldn't be confused with certain discoveries and advancements made in paleontology that have led to changes of what we believe.
Have they really found it like this? This is what I question. Have they really ever found
No.
like that?
No.
'Cause that's kind of
because most of the times like when they find them, it's like the bones are scattered out everywhere.
Believe dinosaurs actually looked like. For
Look
example,
like this was set
the
up.
bones found during the Bone Wars, a time in American history's Gilded Age that was marked by intensive and brutally competitive fossil hunting and discovery. Some of those bones found were left unchecked for authenticity, leading some to question if any dinosaurs were real or were simply conjured up to increase the profit and status of paleontologists as well as museums.
To sell Jurassic Park.
The Apatosaurus and Brontosaurus skulls were mixed up and later corrected, one having a big dome and the other not. For a while, Brontosaurus were doubted by the scientific community, but they are now classified as dinosaurs once again, after further research was done. There's also the fact that most dinosaurs didn't even have scales, but most likely had feathers, like modern-day birds.
That would be
they said that most dinosaurs are like their closest relative, aside from like the crocodile, alligator. They said they'll be most closely related to chickens and like birds, and birds and stuff. Yeah,
wow, like to ostrich.
But this, of course, doesn't necessarily mean dinosaurs didn't exist at all.
Something exists because alligators and crocodiles. Something was there.
Facts.
Sony timer.
And the Komodo dragon. Wait, Sony.
A common urban myth holds that Sony electronic products had timers that, when they reached a certain deadline, would force the equipment to stop working and require the owner.
Sort of like Apple.
No, that's
like
a true thing. That's a true
thing.
It's not true, but like if you look at it, like when the first PS3 came out, the yellow light of death, it would happen like a year, 6 months to a year after the 2-year warranty was up on everybody's system.
So it's like we don't cover this.
Yeah, facts.
To purchase a replacement. The legend first circulated in Japan in the 1980s.
They keep buying.
Then it spread to other nations. Also known as planned obsolescence, the concept that items are meant to break down after a certain amount of time. Basically, it's all planned out, which numerous companies like Apple have been accused of and exposed for legitimately doing.
And got sued and lost the lawsuit.
Yeah, we all know Apple do it.
Yeah,
even having to pay out to its customers. Expanding Earth. Theorized the first by Charles Darwin. Apparently, the expanding Earth theory contends that the position and relative movement of continents is caused, at least in part, by Earth's volume increasing, expanding to create more surface area. Pangea, the supercontinent, instead of drifting apart, as scientifically accepted since the discovery of plate tectonics, they were all separated due to Earth's expansion, moving.
So they're saying instead of the planet grew and Pangea separated because the planet grew.
Okay. This is gonna sound like a stupid question, like extremely stupid. But could the planet grow?
What would be causing it to grow?
Like, okay, so like let me explain, right? So like lava, right? When lava explodes, it's layered on top of the earth.
But how much lava would that take?
But lava also comes from rocks heating up. It's not just made out of nowhere.
But that wouldn't be.
It would like
that wouldn't cause the planet itself to swell.
So like that's what I'm saying. Like, is there any way for it to have swelled?
That's what it would have to be something within the core, the
something like
underneath.
Like now, granted, like with Pangea, I was like, yeah, tectonic plates. That sounds believable, but it growing?
I don't know.
Along the process. The theory of quote-unquote thermocycles developed by Irish physicist John Joly is a compromise between Earth expansion and Earth contraction theorists. He assumed that the heat flow from radioactive decay inside Earth exceeds the cooling of Earth's surface. Joly and British geologist Arthur Holmes believed that Earth loses heat during cyclic periods of expansion.
Okay.
According to their theory, expansion generated cracks and joints in the Earth's interior that could fill with magma. This would follow by a cooling phase in which the magma froze and solidified. This process caused the Earth to shrink and get bigger.
Who discovered
So I was right.
the layers of the Earth? How do we know this?
Yeah, like
Who dug deep?
because I don't think we've ever made it to the core.
You can't, because you would be dead, or whatever equipment would be burned if it's that hot.
Like there's stuff that survives like super high temperatures.
Like how hot?
Like
back when?
Like I'm like now.
Like the camera that survived the atomic test?
Okay, that for sure is not happening.
That didn't move
at all.
At all.
Like I don't know. Like I don't know how they discovered the plates.
Because like it's so much water. How do we discover anything underneath like a certain distance?
Yeah,
like
for
I
sure.
understand. I know we've drilled to certain depths, obviously oil and different stuff, but like to discover the core, who
And like I don't think we've ever saw it. I think I think at this point it's still a hypothesis,
it's a
but
scientific hypothesis.
but it's accepted by the
Yeah.
entire scientific world.
I can see that. Of
Avatar
course.
depression. This is a
Avatar
term
depression.
described as the
What?
feeling when you watch James Cameron's Avatar and feel sad afterward because,
Wow.
real life isn't as colorful and exciting as the movie is.
Nah.
Yes, this is real. Some people claim that Avatar gave them depression. Others said that while watching the movie, they felt nauseous and began having headaches as well.
Okay, I already know what that is. It was the frame rate. It was
the frame rate.
it was filmed at it was something
48?
weird. No, it was like 52. It was like something. It was
even 48.
Yeah, it was something.
So it was okay.
It was between 48 to 52. But like the human eye being still watching like the fast moving scenes, it was causing
It's
motion
not natural.
sickness.
Yeah, it's like motion sickness.
Yeah.
That joint.
Also, another thing, it was very vivid. But the thing we got to remember,
It was beautiful.
the thing we got to remember about Avatar, it's the same thing that happened with the Native Americans and the Americans.
Yeah.
It's just a retelling,
retelling.
of what happened in history.
And
Just,
you felt guilty. Admit it, white America.
I watched the new sequel and rewatched the original, and I kind of get it. Pandora does seem pretty chill, but does it give me depression after
no.
watching the movie?
I was excited.
No, it did not. But it did put me to sleep in
like, kick
theaters
his
for
butt.
the first time, but that's besides the point. Now, is there something darker to this film causing this? Well, some people blame Avatar for having hidden occult messages and for trying to push a
Occult
new
messages.
age agenda, claiming that the blue people are demonic entities, even referring
Ninja.
what?
It's American history. You're so sick of the things your ancestors did.
What?
It's a history lesson.
to the original definition of Avatar from Wikipedia. It states, Avatar is a concept within Hinduism that in Sanskrit literally means descent. It signifies the material appearance or incarnation of a powerful deity, goddess, or a spirit on earth. These are not my opinions, by the way. I respect Hinduism and other religions. There's also a documentary that a lot of people reference titled Revival of Evil, containing a scene where an artist who is mad at God asked Satan to reveal himself because he wanted to paint him. So he shut off all the lights and began painting, claiming that something else was controlling his body. The painting ended up looking like the Navi people from
That's
the film.
very creepy. That's
Now
very
I
creepy.
ain't gonna hold you like.
With that new information, you changed your
I'm not changing my mind because like that whole movie is like staged or whatever. This one, I'm guessing. So it's like,
Oh, true.
Did any of you guys experience post-Avatar depression syndrome?
nah, I did not at all.
Juiced Ba. According to the Juiced Ba conspiracy, Major League Baseball has intentionally changed the baseballs it uses to boost scoring. The notion first gained traction in the 1990s and the early 2000s, but it lost traction once it became evident that a spike in steroid use, which was detailed in the Mitchell report in 2007, was a more likely explanation for the rise in scoring during that time.
So it wasn't the ball. It was all these steroid using juiced up. It was juiced players.
Yeah.
Ball notion gained popularity again in the late 2010s as a result of an apparent increase in offensive production.
On that note, LeBron is in hot water for apparent PED use. I just wanted to put that out there because
how are you doing with that? Are you okay?
I'm not okay.
Like,
I'm struggling. If you like guilty, that's crazy. That changes everything. It changes a lot.
Like that makes his like career less impactful.
Like at least the later kind of yeah. Because that's steroids essentially. PEDs performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah,
it's like. We thought you was just gifted, just hardworking, dedicated type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
it just brings
crack.
it. It's no more argument. It's no more GOAT debate.
Yeah, he's
it's
out
no
of
more.
it.
It's not. Like, I'm not saying that I had him as the GOAT. It's just no more.
Like he's now out of the debate 100%.
And it's no more. LeBron's never been caught doing anything. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you're Liver King.
yeah.
Okay.
But a much better version.
Particularly home runs. Now to a word from our sponsor, Raycon.
Raycon!
One has which or a speaker.
Shout out to Raycon. Use promo code InternetCity. You know what I'm saying? Get 20% off. I believe it was.
And free shipping.
And free shipping. Yes, sir.
Raycon as well. Side around Raycon this video.
Sorry about that, my boy.
Operation Hydrant proves a theories right.
What?
I'm trying to stay low on the radar to keep the channels.
Operation Hydrant proves theories right. So we about to find out what Operation Hydrant is.
And what theories it proves
Operation
right?
Hydrant proves a theories right.
Okay.
I'm trying to stay low on the radar to keep the channel safe, so bear with me while I use slang/safe YouTube words like essay or young people. Operation Hydrant was a British police investigation into allegations of young people/kids being essayed. By December 2015, Operation Hydrant had 2,228 suspects under investigation, 302 of whom were of public prominence, including 99 politicians and 147 celebrities from the media. Now you may ask, how come I have never
This how y'all doing, UK?
Hey, shoot.
This y'all doing?
Hey,
I mean, America ain't
I was about to say, we can't talk, bro.
Well, tons of suspects had already passed away due to the crimes discovered mainly occurring in the late 1970s by middle-aged men. Chief Constable Simon Bailey said, "We are now having to come to terms as a society, and we are going to have to recognize and accept that during the 1970s and 1980s in particular, there was widespread essay of young people taking place."
That's sad.
Also
No
stating,
sense.
"These allegations in the vast majority of cases were never reported to authorities. Some victims did not think they were going to be believed. There was one constant factor. There was an abuse of power to satisfy their sick desires."
Bro, the abuse of power was rampant before technology really
Facts, dude.
Like not just with this case or whatever.
With everything.
With everything,
bro. If you couldn't find a way to get people to find out the truth,
it was so much easier to hide stuff. Which wasn't necessarily a good thing.
It wasn't.
They was going crazy. This is why people don't trust Big Gov.
Exactly.
We do not understand the true scale of it. There's a lot to come out. There are also a lot of victims who are yet to come forward. Could this be a revelation that the same thing is going on in Hollywood? And
if I did behave, then
who is this?
That's isn't that Kevin Spacey?
That is Kevin Spacey.
Is that Kevin Spacey?
It looked like him. Look him up.
Yeah.
If I did behave, then as he describes, I'll hold him to serious apology. This story has encouraged me to address other things about my life. I've had relationships with both men and women. I now choose to live as sus man. Okay.
And other forms.
No, you could say gay.
I'm trying to protect the video, Aaron. Come on now. You know what I'm saying?
YouTube
be YouTubing. You know that.
But
you know that.
Michael.
Every last one. Just for y'all know, every video before this has been flagged as demonetized before I went in, and every single one for no reason. I've had to be the safest of safe. I'm just saying.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Not even like conspiracy stuff. Just everyone.
This also explain all the accusations that were recently levied against the
conspiracy theory. YouTube don't like. I'm just playing.
Famous, powerful people covering up their crimes and the justice system refusing to look.
What?
Whoa! The direct
society as a whole was strange. More keen on stopping it.
I can tell you that the #1 problem in Hollywood was and is and always will be pedophilia. That's the biggest problem for children in this industry.
The casting couch even applies to children.
Strange.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's all done under the radar.
Nobody talks about pedophilia.
It's the big secret.
And it's widespread?
Oh, yeah. I was surrounded by them when I was 14 years old. It wasn't until I was old enough to realize what they were and what they wanted and what they were about and the types of people that were surrounding me until I went, oh my God, they were everywhere like vultures.
Vultures
Epstein.
who Feldman says abused him and his best friend, the late child actor Corey Haim.
The Twitter files.
Damn.
This entry is
That
in
kinda
reference
sucks.
to the recent discovery of internal company documents at Twitter, which exposes the control that the United States
Let it sink in.
federal government and other influential powers had over the social media company, controlling how information was handled and distributed. Going through the files, Twitter was exposed for deliberately shadow banning accounts and then lying about it. They were even forced to deplatform certain accounts at the request of government officials, and if they didn't, they were met with angry phone calls from the White House.
Bro, this is so crazy because the craziest part about this could happen to YouTube, and these companies platform. Like don't have to answer to anyone. Like Elante's a nutcase. Don't get me wrong.
Elante,
he's a nutcase, but like exposing something this big is kind of crazy, bro.
Yeah, even federal law enforcement agencies manhandled Twitter to their liking, suppressing certain news and trending topics. Elon Musk even stated that almost all the conspiracy theories regarding Twitter were true. Though it may not seem like a big deal, it may be, as
it's
this
huge.
seems to confirm some sort of government control of speech on a private company's public internet.
Elon low-key saved Twitter.
Hold on, and I ain't gonna hold you, but the reality is that same thing happened on YouTube. Like people don't talk about it with the achoo sneeze, the number before the number after 18, C18.
Yeah. Okay,
YouTube was like, oh, no, you're spreading misinformation. People lost their channels and livelihood. And when it came out that all this stuff, like, no, the stuff wasn't good for you and it wasn't tested and all these conspiracies were right, YouTube still didn't get these people their channels back.
Oh yeah, not at all. They don't care.
Once
you're gone, they don't care.
It's crazy.
Time Cube. Otis Eugene Ray, the self-proclaimed wisest man on Earth, launched Time Cube in 1997.
Wisest man on Earth.
And as a personal website, it was a self-published venue for Ray's theory of everything, commonly known as the Time Cube, which polemically alleges that all current disciplines in science are conspiring to teach lies by omitting his theory's purported truth, that each day comprises of 4 days occurring simultaneously. Along with these remarks, Ray...
Hold on. What? I don't think I'm smart enough to keep up.
No, I'm not.
Hold on. We gotta back this up because, like, I don't I got lost.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Let me back up to the beginning.
Go ahead, dude. Play it.
Cube in 1997 as a personal website. It was a self-published venue for Ray's theory of everything, commonly known as the Time Cube, which polemically alleges that all current disciplines in science are conspiring to teach lies by omitting his theory's purported truth, that each day comprises of 4 days occurring simultaneously. Along with these remarks, Ray portrayed himself as a godlike entity with superior intelligence, who has absolute evidence and proof for his beliefs.
So he has his beliefs.
Yeah.
And all religion, science, and whatever else exists to prove his theories wrong.
Yeah.
And his main thing, I guess, is that every day is 4 days occurring at once. Yes, and he is an almighty wise man who knows if that's okay. That's what he's saying.
Even offering $10,000 cash for anyone who proves that he's wrong. Ray would pass away on March 18, 2015, at the age of 87, though. The website has a passage that reads, "When the sun shines upon Earth, two major time points are created on opposite sides of Earth, known as midday and midnight, where the two major time forces join. Synergy creates two new minor time points we recognize as sun up and sundown. The four equidistant time points can be considered as time square imprinted upon the circle of Earth in a single rotation."
I get what he's saying about 4 days at once. Okay.
But they're still happening.
Okay.
I mean,
they're all happening. They're happening at the same time. It's different points in time on Earth. Like right now, it's night right now, but it's a different day in another country.
Yeah, that's not nothing crazy. He's just trying to overcomplicate something that's just so simple.
Rotation of the Earth's sphere. Each time corner points rotates through the other three corners time points, thus creating 16 corners, 96 hours, and 4 simultaneous 24-hour days within a single rotation of Earth.
Okay, he overcomplicated
time difference is what he overcomplicated.
Time difference, you mean?
Time zones. He overcomplicated time zones.
Yeah. Time difference.
Difference in time. The time difference.
That's stupid.
What? How is that the time?
AI should make life easier.
No, it shouldn't.
The idea that artificial intelligence should become powerful enough at a certain point for it to be able to automate everything.
It's going to. It definitely is.
Leaving us in a perfect utopia. A heaven on earth of sorts.
Now, perfect utopia is a reach. But it's going to make things easy. It already has begun to make things easier.
Bro, all it takes is one line of code and we're done.
But it shouldn't.
We're done.
It shouldn't be a crutch.
Like, we are the plague, bro. It's one line of code and AI is like...
AI should never have access to certain stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like if Big Gov give AI the access codes to the button,
boy, we're done.
It's a wrap.
We're done.
Whatever country do it first,
we're done.
We're done. So
where nobody has to work or suffer. But this ultimately will not work, as some theorize that artificial intelligence will make life meaningless by taking away all the hard tasks and battles there is to life. That gives things like peace and quiet a purpose. We can even see the effects of this coming into play currently, as data shows that major depression has increased amongst everyone in the population, not only a certain age. But
it's because life is getting more expensive. It's not. It's fun.
Inflation. Why we going through inflation? For
bro,
what?
It's life. We ain't even having fun right now. Like, come on, bro. Let's be honest.
Even then, it seems higher in younger people. This could be tied to the everyday use.
If everybody's struggling, except the super rich, obviously, what's going on? Like, we the only ones miserable. You know
the common denominator is money.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, come on, bro.
What's the fix and why can't we fix it?
Yeah.
If everybody, even the rich is like, damn. That bag of grapes getting kind of high. You know what I'm saying? No, but they going to go back to their company and be like, damn, we making a lot of profit off that bag of grapes.
Let's raise it up a little bit more.
That's interaction with technology, like social media and or addictions to certain habits online.
Facts. Because I'm going to be honest, seeing other people's lifestyles in social media, it can affect, like even us. I'll be completely, like we'll see other YouTubers working not nearly as hard, doing 20 times better. And it's like, all right,
cool. Bet we just gonna pump out
our million videos.
8 videos a day.
14 goddamn.
Desensitize us. Like this Reddit post states, the most extreme example was the idea that if we reach a point where we can connect our brains to computers, such as what Elon Musk is trying to do,
and I'm good
that would essentially make everyone be able to do everything. Not only will AI take virtually any given job, but imagine simple joys like learning an instrument.
Yeah, we don't need that at all.
Where's the excitement in playing an instrument if you're instantly good? You can play anything, and everyone else can too. The idea that tons of people will become unemployed in the near future simply due to self-driving cars and other forms of AI that are practically available today is terrifying. Millions of people will lose their life purpose, and when AI is able to create music, make art, write books better than humans can, it's starting to seem like there will be nothing left to look forward to. Nothing to keep our minds occupied, since every task...
It's no fun. One, it's no fun if everybody can do everything, because it's a joy in being able to do something somebody else can't do.
And then it's nothing left for you.
And then two, if stuff takes over, we ain't got no jobs. We ain't got
nothing.
No
we got
creative.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? We just gonna be out here broke and suffer.
Facts, bro.
How we gonna pay for the stuff that the AI is doing if we ain't got no job?
We gonna have to buy AI. It's like buying slaves, bro.
Why should I not fear the future? NASA did weed experiments. A 2016 through 2018 online hoax called the NASA Weed Trials reported that NASA paid $18,000 to volunteers to participate in studies on bed rest, during which the volunteers were given weed to smoke. Although the bed rest experiments were carried out by them, weed was never used in any of them, according to NASA. Akashic Records. The Akashic Records are a compilation / recording of all universal...
Okay, hold on now. Is that Wikipedia? That's Wikipedia now.
Wikipedia
thoughts,
be having some stuff.
Words, emotions, and intent ever to have occurred in the past, present, or future in terms of all entities and life forms, not just humans alone. According to the religion, theosophy, and the philosophical...
I've never heard of that.
Never.
School known as anthroposophy, theosophists think that they are encoded in a non-physical level of existence known as the mental plane. There are anecdotal stories, but no hard-proof scientific evidence that these recordings exist. They also believe that all humans are connected in a realm where dreams could be a glimpse of what a person once lived through. Clone celebrities. Okay. Gucci Mane is a clone according to some people. Well, not everyone exactly, but a particular sect does.
The crazy part is it be seeming like it's true sometimes.
I ain't gonna hold you.
It's like you changed your life that much.
I ain't gonna hold you. That don't look like Gucci.
It really kind of don't.
Like,
but
even losing weight, that just don't look like
fitness
Gucci.
Do change a person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fitness and
when I lose weight, look.
You gonna look completely different. You're not gonna look like the same person.
Chicken pox.
What?
Just remember that.
What does that mean?
Just remember that. Just remember chicken pox.
Okay. All right.
If that's not remembered, clone.
Go back to this moment right here. All right.
Believed that he was replaced by a lookalike. Why did they do this? I don't know. The accusation came after he was released from prison, and people noticed that he had completely changed. From his personality to his tattoos, apparently losing tons of weight while in prison as well. But just because someone lost weight, it doesn't mean they're clones. That's not evidence.
Not at all.
So what else do they have? Some say that his tattoos have dramatically changed places and seem to have been completely different.
Still got the so icy.
Even his skin pimples seem to have been removed. Though I would credit this to weight loss. Yeah. Do you think Gucci Mane is a clone or any other celebrity? Another person...
Bro, they say Eminem is a clone.
Eminem?
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. That's the one that I'll be like, it's kind of
I mean, he's so to himself. You never,
bro. He look like there's certain things that just look completely different.
Accused of being cloned was Megan Fox. People believe that her facial features changed, as well as her freckles being completely gone, though most would argue plastic surgery and makeup. This could also apply to the old Paul McCartney theory that he was replaced by a body double after dying in a car crash back in 1966.
What?
The record label was accused of doing this to keep on earning money through his name. Some points to the fact that when playing the song Revolution 9 from the Beatles' White Album backwards, you could hear them saying, "Turn me on, dead man." Not only that, John Lennon was accused of saying, "I buried."
See, okay, these dang music conspiracies where they be playing the song backwards. Y'all really think these folks just sit here and try to determine what they can say that would sound right backwards?
I can believe it. I think it's doing more of an injustice to say that they're not.
I just don't believe it,
bro. And and I think that's how conspiracies work. It boils down to the difference of opinion.
Not only,
but you also have to remember, like, people. It's the world is so much bigger than us that actually is a possibility.
That MFers not only had to write a song that makes sense and sounds good and is good enough to be a hit, they had to figure out what sequence of words would sound right to deliver a message backwards.
Yeah. So, but look, so just how as crazy as that sounds, you have to remember when people said the government was brainwashing people said that sounded crazy.
Of course,
it's of the same level.
A lot of stuff sound crazy, but
it's of the same level.
It sounds crazy and it sounds unlikely that somebody had the skill to do it. But the government brainwash, to me at least, hindsight is
it's going to sound unlikely for no reason to brainwash people.
But it doesn't though. To control them.
But think about it. The government.
I see your point. I'm just saying, because
if we look back at MK Ultra, they were random people who weren't even criminals,
which is messed up,
off the ground,
messed up,
and experimented on them. And if you told that to, I was got by the government.
And see, to me that's believable because people are sick. I just feel like the other one is because I don't think people are capable, if that makes sense. Unless they have something that helps them do that. I don't know.
Well, and then you also have to remember,
especially back at that time.
You also have to remember, even now you have people that can say words backwards, verbatim. Like, there's people who can talk backwards.
Well, if you hear that, then okay, I've never seen it. I've never seen a MFer that can say words backwards. So if I was to see that, okay, then maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hey, maybe they will say words backwards out here. I don't know.
Strawberries filled forever. Though he actually states cranberry sauce. The legend even released an album title responding to the theory called Paul is Live. Dasani water. There have been numerous upsets about Dasani water.
And it makes you thirstier?
Owned by the infamous.
It actually has embalming fluid in it.
Whoa!
Something like that. It's a chemical in water that's used either in embalming fluid or in Dasani water. It's one of those things. It's a crazy thing.
Let's hear him out.
Coca-Cola Company. Consumer outrage erupted in 2004 when it was revealed that their purified water was simply filtered tap water. The company then had to recall their product from the UK because they had too much bromate, a chemical that has been known to raise the risk of developing cancer. The chemical use was argued to be justified due to it being used to disinfect the drinking water. Now, how do they make Dasani, and why does it taste so different from other brands? Well, Dasani adds certain minerals and salts to the combination after processing and filtering municipal tap water. All water has minerals, and the various mineral types somewhat affect the taste of the water. Therefore, they work in things to make Dasani taste the same everywhere, making you addicted to their specific brand. Also,
Dasani's disgusting.
Addicted to Dasani.
Dasani is disgusting.
To me, it just tastes like water, but to become addicted to it.
I can't stand the taste of it. It's so, I don't know how to explain it to people, but it has a taste, and it's like, I just can't do it. I can't.
He's a professional.
According to the Dasani nutrition label, magnesium sulfate, potassium chloride, and salts are added to the water, which some speculate is added in to purposely make you more thirsty, consuming more and more of the brand. Though it can be argued that the amount added is too insignificant to do that. But what do you think?
I keep wanting to ask the question, how is Dasani so everywhere? But then I realize it's owned by Coca-Cola.
I'm not gonna hold you.
Everywhere.
I'm not gonna hold you. There's another thing about Dasani that it's there's a chemical in Dasani that was used in like
it might have been the bromate he was talking about that they had to take out. They had to stop using.
Man, look.
You think? And do you like the taste of Dasani?
No,
Hebrew
I mean,
temple denial.
nobody likes
temple denial is the assertion made by Palestinian politicians, religious leaders, thinkers, and writers that several temples in Jerusalem either didn't exist or were built somewhere else than the Temple Mount, a holy site in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam that has been around for thousands of years. The entire plaza is regarded as the noble sanctuary by Muslims, making it the third holiest place in Islam. Muslims believe it to be the location where Muhammad started his night journey. Roswell incident. The Roswell incident involves the 1947 recovery of metallic and rubber wreckage from a crashed military balloon
at Roswell, New Mexico. All right, bro. The craziest part is I want to say it's Roswell, New Mexico, I believe.
It's Roswell, New Mexico.
Yep. Oh. The crazy part about Roswell, New Mexico, up until this point in time, even like current, there's of course like this is why people come here. It's a tourist attraction, conspiracies, blah blah blah. Niggas go missing.
Of course they do.
And I mean like missing. And jeez. I'm like, bro, I'm never going to Roswell, New Mexico, and I'm never going near Area 51. Never.
Recovery of metallic and rubber wreckage from a crashed military balloon at Roswell, New Mexico. Decades later, conspiracy theories claim that the wreckage was from a flying saucer and that the truth had been suppressed by the United States government. Roswell Army Airfield published a press release on July 8, 1947, reporting that a quote-unquote flying disc had been retrieved. The Army quickly reversed their statements, though, claiming that the crashed object was a standard weather balloon, and nothing more. The Roswell incident received little attention until the late 1970s, when retired Lieutenant Colonel Jesse Marshall convinced ufologist Stanton Friedman that the debris he recovered was extraterrestrial, claiming that a spacecraft carrying aliens had crash-landed and that the military had recovered the aliens before taking part in a cover-up.
The craziest part about this is the fact that they just was like, oh, by the way, them folks might be real. They might be real, champ.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh, they not might be. They are.
Yeah.
They are. And I wonder what they look like. Because our depictions is all the way off.
Yeah, because our depictions are based off the human hubris that everything is bipedal and it's resemblant to us.
Yeah, and I want to know.
Epstein's connections ignored. Okay, this is one that pisses me off in particular because people are getting off the hook for something horrible. Now, Jeffrey Epstein was of course caught and exposed for trafficking and other things that I can't speak about here on YouTube. Even coming to the mainstream after quote-unquote conspiracy theorists had been covering him for a while. One interesting thing to note is that I even remember there being debunking videos made against these accusations.
He went out like a
punk. Where are they now? I don't know. As they seem to have
went out like a punk. He went out like a punk.
Yeah, I can't say
no, he didn't.
Oh, you saying?
Yeah, fool. Come on,
saying,
bro. Like if you gonna
saying,
come on, fool.
You saying?
Ain't no way in hell, bro. No way in hell. Come on. Let's be.
It
Wow.
is.
But I digress. The real question here is
Hiding
why are
from
so
your
many
past?
people in close connection?
Fuck no, bro.
They're both.
They're
both possible. Hiding, being someone that in the industry and hiding from your past is just as likely as Big Gov doing.
So here's
what
my
they
question: did you know what do you know him from?
I don't know
exactly.
But he's old. He had power and control,
and I wonder why.
Huh?
And I wonder, bro. I'm telling you, it's. I think you do yourself. You do yourself a misservice to believe the power went out in his part of the jail, and he.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't know the circumstances behind how.
Yeah,
I just heard that he did. I don't know the.
It's everything else. It's the rest that makes it so unbelievable. Like,
I ain't looked the idiot up. I mean, I just know. I just
like
know
he a
what
sick
he's accused
fuck.
of.
You feel me? He's sick as hell. But
those types are synonymous with being cowards, is what I would say.
No, and I would agree.
That's why both sides are believable.
And I agree. But it's also you have to buddy found, and then it's like, oh, you connected to boom, 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 boom. Yeah, get him out of here. And even his island is off limits. Whoa. You can't even go on the like, come on, bro.
Connection to Jeffrey Epstein and his island not being thoroughly investigated. Not only that, mainstream outlets seem to completely ignore his connections to high-ranking figures. Why isn't there more pressure on his associates? Well, some believe that his connections to those in the public eye make it so that it is impossible to bring this topic up without facing repercussions. But put simply, it's speculated that he has dirt on every single person in the industry, a shadier side to the whole business.
Because that's what I'm saying, bro. If he had that thing, fuck y'all, bro. I'm telling it all. You feel me?
Some to question how big and sophisticated his organization truly.
But hey, twin, I don't want no smoke with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just send your boy a bill. I don't know, but I'll take a bill for real. I don't know nothing.
Who are you talking to?
I know who I'm talking to, Gray. Send your boy a bill. I really don't know nothing, but I want to be rich.
In order to get away with doing those awful things on his weird island. How many people have been paid off to keep quiet and let his friends turn a blind eye to his criminal activity?
That was the craziest part. That they were with him and now they brothers making out. It's absurd.
They doing more than making out.
Or were they participating? Clearly, this isn't a political issue either, as both the left and the right agree that there seems to be more than meets the eye. There's also the question of why wasn't he blacklisted sooner by companies and friends, as he was a registered offender for a while.
Whoa. They already caught him? Whoa.
You think
whoa. He was already registered. It's crazy.
And so
whoa.
Come on, gang.
I mean, I'm still on the side that both sides are possible to me.
We'll never know.
Them types, to me, those types are the types to be like, oh no, my image, I can't live with this. And like to hide it is not EDP. EDP didn't have no power. EDP didn't have no power.
He's the same.
EDP is nowhere close. EDP is a glorified idiot.
But he's still in this situation. Come on, gang.
And it's a difference to me between EDP. The EDP is like low level. Got caught by Chris Hansen. There's a difference between that and
nigga who still got caught by Chris Hansen.
No, he didn't get caught by Chris Hansen. He got caught by the whole fucking world. It's a difference between.
I'm talking about before that. Before that, he got caught.
By what?
Like the fact that he was already registered is before him getting caught this time. Type ish.
I don't know the man history. I'm just saying it's still likely to me that he was the coward type. As much as it's likely to.
I feel like
they was like, get him out of here.
I feel like I agree with the coward type, but I feel like it's so unlikely because of how he felt untouchable. That's what I'm saying. Well, yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think
you can feel untouchable until it really start crashing down, if that makes sense. Like, get caught, have so much power that it's kind of like it's swept under the rug where people know, but you have so much power that it's just like, yeah.
But
then Donald Trump.
Okay.
Crazy as a bag of cats.
Yeah.
Became the president. Still.
Yeah, but that's different things.
Until now, where this got a mugshot. Where it's like,
and bro,
you can feel untouchable. He was so untouchable until it really start crashing down.
But I'm not gonna hold you, mugshot or not. The likely,
it's not about the mugshot.
But the thing is, the likelihood that nigga gonna win again. That's the craziest part.
If he's out,
but I'm telling you,
he's
nigga.
Out.
And that's the crazy part about it. That's what I'm saying. Like, looking at this from the aspect of there's so much we don't know. It's we'll never know. It's an injustice to believe just because of the connections that are visibly there that Buddy just undo.
I mean, it's an injustice to believe either side because we don't know nothing. I
think it's more of a justice to believe the other side because nigga,
but how when we don't know nothing?
Because the niggas tied in with everyone and everyone knew. Would you be friends with a person like that?
But that don't mean they knew. That don't mean
if it was a public record, he had a public record.
And that don't mean they was friends. You could get caught in a picture with him I don't know who was in the picture, but he was way in the background. The picture was taken and they just standing there like this. And he just in the background. It's like, damn, I got caught in a picture with that nigga.
I agree. But I don't know, bro. I feel like
and it's like just cause he was at the same event that I was at and we had a conversation and somebody snapped a photo don't mean we was friends.
And I agree with that. But the thing is, when it's a long living event of niggas always seeing you with this person.
Yeah, them people. Y'all,
that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
The ones that's got back to back.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
They out of there.
Way before mainstream coverage, the victims even intended to sue Deutsche Bank and JP Morgan Chase for benefiting from their pain. According to the claims, the banks knowingly profited from Epstein's trafficking and opted for profits over following appropriate protocol and terminating his accounts.
Too big to fail as banks.
It. Like they did to this guy, it should apply to all vile criminals.
He was convicted of soliciting prostitution from minors. What did you know about him when you were meeting with him, as you've said yourself, in the hopes of raising money?
I had dinners with him. I regret doing that. He had relationships with people he said, would give to global health, which is a interest I have. Not nearly enough philanthropy goes in that direction. Those meetings were a mistake. They didn't result in what he purported, and I cut them off. That goes back a long time ago now. So there's nothing new on that.
It was reported that you continued to meet with him over several years, and that, in other words, a number of meetings. What did you do when you found out about his background?
And, I've said I regretted having those dinners, and there's absolutely nothing new on that.
Is there a lesson for you?
That nigga didn't even answer. Hey, Bill,
Billy.
I don't know shit. Hey, Bill, I fuck with you too. Hey, Bill, throw your boy a bill.
I don't, but I don't know nothing though.
Hey, Bill, I don't know. Hey, I fuck with you.
I used to.
It
used to be 8x360 game.
I fuck with you.
I don't know that though.
I fuck with you.
Throw him a bill though, for real.
Hey, Bill. Hey, nigga, I know nothing. I need y'all niggas to know. I'm here just chatting. Please.
Anyone else looking at this?
Well, he's dead, so in general, you always have to be careful.
Imagine it.
Question, chat.
Imagine if that was before he died.
I can look this up after this video, but what did he do? What did Epstein even do? I just know he was rich, and what did he even do?
That's the kicker, bro.
What, was it Hollywood or was it
that's the kicker?
What the heck did he do? Not the crime, but as a job.
Humans are alien garbage.
What?
This title may seem ridiculous at first, but let me explain. The theory persists that we as the species, are a result of extraterrestrial trash. The aliens left their garbage here on Earth, thousands of years ago, and we, the trash, eventually evolved to Homo sapiens.
Oh, come on.
Modern day humans.
Come
Hypothesized by Cornell University's very own Thomas Gold. We are simply cosmic garbage. The Amazon was built.
What?
You have probably heard of or have seen the Amazon rainforest in movies and TV shows, even inspiring Avatar, the highest grossing movie of all time, inspired by the Brazilian rainforest and the struggles of indigenous people who live there. The reason it is speculated of being man-made comes when comparing the Amazon to other natural woodlands. One major difference is that they normally stretch over large hills and mountains, but the rainforest doesn't, or at least not the majority. Most of it sits on top of flat land, almost looking like a massive garden. The people native to the area were also known to practice agriculture differently. Instead of planting small plants, they planted and harvested trees.
But how many people would that take, and how much time to get
and what
that
they gonna
thick
get
of
from,
a?
And what they gonna get from harvesting trees?
Everywhere, harvesting it everywhere.
The resources like the wood and the fruit from the tree, making the Amazon a massive rainforest city where the natives would take their resources from. It could be that it started off as a small area and grew out of hand after a while, ultimately creating the rainforest we now know.
How big is the rainforest?
The rainforest is huge.
That's a
It's huge.
If it's huge,
like think about Texas.
Yeah.
Texas is engulfed in it.
yeah.
Like
I
gang.
don't know.
Immortal Celebrities Cult.
Oh,
okay,
this-
you've
oh,
Lord.
probably seen
Logan Paul.
pictures like this depicting a famous
that's the same dude.
That's the
That's Nicolas
that's
Cage.
doppelganger. That's
celebrity, and on the side, an old black and white photo
Jennifer. How'd you?
showing someone who looks exactly like them.
Johnny.
Well, this entry suggests that all the celebrities in these eerie photos are somehow in a cult
He was a woman. Wow.
that through some
that
sort of
sucks.
science or occult ritual are
That
able to
sucks.
live longer than the average human.
This reminds me of the song Hotel California. It's a song I couldn't stand it as a child because it was so creepy and I knew it was creepy. But like my mom would just play it. I'm like, yo, something wrong with this song. And when I got older, I found out it was about a cult, about like you can join the cult but you can never leave.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah,
that
welcome
song,
to
yeah.
the Hotel California. Yeah, and like as a kid, it used to. I'm like, yo, what is this? And like it used to like creep me out. Like now it's
Boy,
like
them old songs, boy. Them lyrics, they just our older generation is so oblivious to the fact that they old songs was
like out there, bro. And I remember like now I'm Hotel California, but it was
it's
creepy.
like a road trip song, but it was
creepy. And I'll never forget. Like I was like, yo, something wrong with this song.
That's or they're straight up immortal. Some also like to point out how most celebrities don't age, or at least they look younger than they actually are. How do they do this? Some say that
Like
the
the
secret
makeup.
ingredient
Makeup.
is adding kids/young people's skin and other things into a remedy that could be applied to the face. Stem cells are rather popular in the cosmetic industry. However,
We're gonna find out through old buddy on YouTube that's taking his son blood for research.
Oh, the one that's getting younger.
Yeah, the one that's trying to get. He not getting.
Bro,
he trying.
that boy.
It ain't
Did
really
you see the
working for him.
before?
No,
You nigga, that shit
he
working.
still look older than me. You know
Have
what I'm
you
saying?
look at his before?
Nah, I look at
That
his
nigga was
before.
decrepit. That nigga was
He was
done.
decrepit,
bro.
they're usually taken from plants rather than kids/young people. The theory behind the more recent use of foreskin fibroblasts in cosmetics
Foreskin
is that they secrete
fibroblasts.
significant amounts of human growth factor proteins, which stimulate cell regeneration and collagen formation, making the skin appear younger. Tying this back to the immortal celebrity cult theory, some say
That looks like Jesus Christ.
that they are directly involved in a young
just be
people
his
trafficking
great.
business, with the main purpose being to produce more fresh skin, used to keep the club looking young
Now she aging like milk for real.
fresh. Now, not everyone in Hollywood is accused of doing this, but some of the biggest stars are. Take a look.
I've had stem cells in the blood of a 2-year-old child injected into my skin, and my face still looks like this.
You need to be using fetus blood, Eddie. Little
Yo.
spritz of afterbirth, darling.
Yo,
Boost it, you look like a burn victim for a day, but then it pushes.
it ain't working for her either.
What are you pushing into the skin, Sandra?
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
But what
They
is
trying
it?
so
It
hard.
is an extraction from
It's foreskin from a
Dang.
Korean baby. That's what it is.
Can't tell if she joking or
She
being
not.
for real.
She's not.
She like, hey, it's
So look
foreskin,
at
but-
how shocked Shorty is. And you know they say they do this. They do this stuff in front of us so we could think it's a joke.
Yeah, so we think it's a joke.
Media is meant for distraction.
Facts.
Of course, it literally is.
Media is a strong tool used.
It literally is.
Facts. Like we just distracted you niggas for a whole hour
to distract us from our daily lives that some suffer through due to endless jobs they work, pain.
Hell, y'all commented
certain world events and legal change brought upon the guys.
Now the news.
Now we doing it for entertainment. These niggas doing this to fuck.
You know what's so crazy? We got to get on YouTube and be all safe about this and about that. While the news in every city across the world, big and small, is profiting off of crime and negative.
Facts, for sure.
The car dealership and Coca-Cola gonna go sell their ads on a homicide. But when it's to YouTube, I don't think we could put our ads over PewDiePie because he said this and he said, come on, gang. Y'all do it in every city, You know how many cities it is in America?
A lot.
Innovative and good, and or the realization that compels you to stand up against a government or company that is trying to suppress your rights and freedom. Basically, you are treated as a child, so the grown-ups can deal with the real business, which is stealing from the poor and giving more to
I ain't gonna lie, cuz aging backwards too. Jeff, have you seen Jeff? I saw a picture of Jeff. That nigga look like he a beat up fucking Goldberg.
So the grown-up.
This recent?
I don't think that's the most recent one. I'm talking about like I don't know if it was. I'm Jeff Bezos. I'm like, yo, is this real?
Hey, that fitness boy do wonders.
Business, which is stealing from the poor and giving more to the rich. It's an old tale. History repeats itself. Some other cliche, etc. Some would even say that American football is the modern equivalent to gladiators in ancient Rome.
Definitely.
Meant for arenas of people, entertaining, distracting. Some players still get really hurt. An example could be the theory that puts forth the idea of Britney Spears being used by the Bush administration to distract the masses from the mistakes Bush was making at.
Bush wasn't shit, but
Britney
is Britney, bitch.
Kevin cheats on Brit.
Hey, it was the tabloids was a hell of a time, boy.
Some have stated that every time the White House would mess up, the press would come out with another scandalous story about Britney Spears. Oh, she almost dropped her baby? Really? Basically, she was the presidential scapegoat according to this theory. Elm Guest House Exaro coverage. Exaro was a British website situated in London. It ostensibly did political investigation journalism between 2011 and 2016, but it is now known, together with its editor Mark Watts, for its direct involvement in Nick's Carl Beach's false allegations of abuse in Operation Midland. Exaro claimed to specialize and carry in-depth investigations when it was founded in October 2011 and used the catchphrase holding power to account. Its website stated that it aimed to provide evidence-based open access journalism. Carl Beaches, under the alias Nick, claims that a powerful predator ring abused young people/kids at Elm Guest House, a popular hotel where prominent British figures stayed in Barnes in the late 1970s. Beaches' allegations of abuse crimes committed by the supposed predator ring later became the basis for the Metropolitan Police's Operation Midland, a £2 million investigation that concluded in 2016 with no charges filed because there wasn't any evidence. Yep, the accused were the victims of false accusations. The Metropolitan Police Commissioner apologized to the victims of Beach. He was then convicted for his false claims and imprisoned for 18 years.
So he was just lying?
Wait.
So he's just lying?
Wait. Let me get this straight. So they accused these people of doing all this stuff, but
there was no proof.
So they were set free and the accuser got arrested?
So he was lying.
Though some say that this was a cover-up, protecting the rich upper class, as Beach would go on to deny that he was in the wrong. An interesting thing to know is that Beach was then convicted of similar charges that he was pursuing. So was he actually projecting, or was he blackmailed? Albinism hunters. This is in reference to the practice of the hunting of people with albinism in some parts of sub-Saharan Africa. According to the theory, certain albinistic people and their body parts can transmit magical abilities. Such superstitions is widespread, particularly in some parts of Africa's Great Lakes region, and has been promoted and exploited by witch doctors and others.
No, they don't think they're witches. They think they're magic.
Well, yeah,
and they're killing them for
their powers and stuff. Oh gosh.
Use their body parts and ingredients and rituals and potions, claiming that their magic will bring the user prosperity.
And once they believe, they believe.
Can't do anything to change,
sad,
as it is a genetically inherited condition. As a result, even graves have been dug up to be used in these practices.
Wow.
Politics influence science. This entry explains itself, and some cases have been proven to
the funds gotta come from somewhere,
Facts,
and they be accepting them for real.
be true. It is when a government, business, or any other organization uses its power and wealth to influence the findings of scientific research in order to benefit from it.
The companies do it too. Facts. That's why cigarettes became so big, and they pay the doctors to hold the cigarettes. So y'all think,
they push it to make their money. Once they make their money and people realize, hey, this ain't good for me. Oh, shit. You know what? It's not.
It's too late. We're doing everything we can to make sure you're safe, but we're still gonna sell it though.
Facts. It's the same thing like with what is it? That stuff for the non-stick pan you told me about.
The stuff they make it with.
Yeah,
I remember.
And like they were like, this isn't good for you, but they were like, shoot, we don't care. Yeah. And then when like it came out like it wasn't healthy, they started using another ingredient, which is the same thing, just in a different name. I'm like, bro, what?
Having a negative impact on the academic validity of certain fields and scientific freedoms. For example, according to documents from the U.S. State Department, the Bush administration commended Exxon executives for their active involvement in crafting climate change policies. Yes, the same Exxon company that now has to pay $14 million fines over creating air pollution at its Baytown, Texas crude oil refinery.
Damn,
the
not
biggest
Baytown.
fine ever imposed in a citizen enforcement
right down the
action
street.
related to air pollution, according to the plaintiff's attorneys.
Bro,
we gotta move.
No,
Jesus Christ.
Have you ever looked up like the map of air pollution? We have the worst quality of air in America.
It's freaking oil boom down here,
bro. And if you look at like the cancer ratio of us to elsewhere, nigga, this place, man,
dude, we are literally, when you say a refinery, a plant, working, we know what that is. Everybody else be like, what the heck is a plant, a refinery? It's because we're down here with a lot of them,
bro.
A freaking lot of them.
It's terrible.
Get this, 124 organizations have been receiving funding from ExxonMobil or have collaborated closely with those that have, according to the information found in official Exxon documents. According to the Guardian columnist George Monbiot, these organizations take a consistent line on climate change, that the science is contradictory, the scientists are split, environmentalists are charlatans, liars, or lunatics, and if government took action to prevent global warming, they would be endangering the environment. By the middle of the 1950s, scientists had come to the conclusion that smoking increases the risk of developing lung cancer, but the tobacco industry resisted the findings both in the media and among scientists. Tobacco firms supported think tanks and lobbying organizations.
Even the doctors didn't care. Even the doctors. What's the money?
It was about
bro?
The bread, bro.
It was about the
like I get the bread, but come on, bro.
It's just like you know what I'm saying. Them battles in the Middle East. Because I ain't trying to get this video. The battles in the Middle East that happened in the early 2000s up until a couple years ago was only about the money. It wasn't
I ain't
about
gonna hold y'all.
the Twin Towers. It was not about that.
I'm gonna keep it a whole bean stack with you, all right? Because I ain't about to go with Michael's about to. These niggas about to pack us up.
No, I'm being so serious.
All I'm gonna say is, chat. Look, if let's say a certain gambling site was like, hey, Aaron, we'll offer you $2 million if you promote gambling. I'm gonna promote it, but it ain't okay. like don't do it, bro. Like I'm gonna be on YouTube saying don't do it, but over there I'm gonna be, hey, you feel me? Like
this fool here, he's selling out. Chat.
I ain't selling out if I'm keeping it real.
And it's just like it lets you know they okay. One of these companies, Clamshell, they in South America they had their plants just up and left all them villages just in oil, crude raw oil, just sick.
Initiatives placed ads in medical publications and even investigated other potential causes of
your dentist would recommend
pollution, asbestos, and even pet birds. So I guess we can thank them for those.
Pet birds?
They advocate for more research to be done though, while denying all the evidence against tobacco in an effort to delay regulations. All this to say that who's to know whether this is going on right now
in
definitely
any other
is. Fields.
Oh,
and that was the second part of the darkest conspiracy theory iceberg.
That was part 2?
Yeah, that was part 2.
Oh, we got to go back and see part 1?
We got to.
Oh, my God. Okay.